Let's now head out to Kwale County, where residents of that county are sharing their views on the county government's 5-year development plan. Our reporter Nikki Gitonga is there. Nikki, has the event started, and what are some of the views being shared?
Well, thank you, Fred. Very good morning. We are at Matuga Government Training Institute here in Kwale County. As you have just said, the county government is meeting professions and even civil society to discuss the county integrated development plan for 5 years. So these are some of the things that are going to discuss today, and the meeting is yet to start. But with me here, I have the county executive officer in charge of finance in Kwale County, Honorable Bakari Sebe, and even a civil society member. They're going to tell us more concerning the CADP for 2018-2022, the development plan for 5 years. But right now, let me be joined by the member of civil society, Mr. Barrow, is going to tell us more, maybe what are his expectations concerning the CADP. Barrow, kindly, what's your expectation? And maybe the CADP for 2013 and 2017, did the county government achieved anything?
Okay, because it was the first CADP in Kwale since inception of the devolution, like I said, it was on trial basis. So as up to now, there are so many challenges which we hope to rectify as we we formulate the second CADP. Yeah. So
maybe the last CADP, I know there are some of the development projects that were started by the county government. Were there errors? Maybe you see the county government didn't do the right thing, or they did some duplication of projects?
Yeah, error is inevitable. Whatever we try to do, there must be challenges and errors. Errors are many and numerous. That's why we want to rectify this time around. As CSO, we are all full throttle to go all the way to see that this second CADP is going to be implemented, and we are going to follow it up bumper to bumper.
So what are those errors? Maybe you can just mention a few so that Waziri can also comment on that.
Okay, errors, you know, we really want to have a major project than toy projects. So as CSO, we are prepared. We have a presentation which we want to see that we have mega project in Kwale than toy project.
What are those toy projects that county government started maybe last time?
We have so many ECDs. I think this time around we need to go further. We need to have big project. We need to have Diani City Resort. We need to have big things. So we need to move forward. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, in the Muli, maybe we can be joined by the Waziri here, Honorable Bakari Sebe, just to comment on that and maybe what the new CADP people from Kwale should expect. Waziri, have just heard from the member of civil society saying the last CADP for 2013-2017, some of those projects were, according to them, were just minor. So maybe what's your take on that?
Okay, CADP basically is people-driven. So whatever is in the CADP 2013-2017, these are proposals that were made by the people themselves. So we cannot call them toy as such, because we had some strategic objectives that we are to achieve for 5 years. And in the process, we are to get the strategies, the interventions. So those were the interventions that we felt were necessary to address strategic objectives. So they are not toy as such. The only problem is maybe there were a lot of expectations from the people, because since independence, Kwale has been marginalized to a point where when we did the first CADP, I think if we looked at all the contributions made by the people to address their challenges as a county, they were coming close to 50 billion. So we were to get 50 billion to address all the challenges within 5 years. So we tried our best with limited resources to make sure that each and every corner of Kwale is touched. And I believe the Kwale people can feel the government for the period between 2013 and 2017. We emphasize on people participating in this process because it is them that the county government is serving. That is why under section 125, subsection 1, there's this component of CADP that has to be prepared as the first step of budget process.
You are saying that it's a people-driven process, or it's a public participation, but we have seen some areas where, let's say there's a project of county government has been giving out tractors to across 20 wards. Some may ask, do all those 20 wards need tractors to do farming? Because there are some areas where farming is not that important to them. Maybe some of them are involved in fishing.
Okay, basically it's an aspect of equality, but we are trying as much as possible to go the equity way, where what is needed in one area is fully taken care of, and if it's not needed in another area, then we give them what they need in that area. So we are doing a shift from equality to equity. Those are some of the challenges that we encountered, and I believe the second CIDP is meant to address those challenges.
So what should people expect in this new CIDP? What new thing maybe should people expect?
Okay, at the moment we have identified a number of flagship projects in 8 departments. One of them being tarmacking of county roads, that is under infrastructure. We are also planning to put up mega dams in Kwale, that is under water services. We are also planning to put up an ECD, Center of Excellence, where the ECD teachers within Kwale County are going to be trained. So those are some of the projects that we are planning to come up. We are also planning to come up with a stadium, a bigger stadium, and social services and talent management. We believe in Kwale we have a lot of talent that we need to nurture. So we're giving a lot of priority to the mega projects.
So are these mega projects going to be achieved in 5 years? Because I also want to know whether the last CIDP, did you manage to achieve all those development plans that you had planned?
Initially I was talking about limited resources as a factor to be put into account in terms of the realization of the CIDP. We had an expectation of 36 billion in the CIDP, but we got like 50% of it. So it's obvious, if you have a budget of 36 billion, but you could manage to get 18 billion, some of the projects were never achieved. That's why we did an end-term review of the CIDP, so that we look at what was achieved and what remains to be achieved. It is the people of Kwale to tell us if what was not achieved can be included in the new CIDP, and plus any new ideas for the period between 2018 and 2022. Yeah.
Okay, maybe my last question. The county government has been advised to generate its own revenue, yes, because instead of depending on the national government or the national treasury, are there ways of generating? Because we have issues of national treasury running out of cash. So are there maybe measures that the county government of Kwale have put in place to generate its own revenue instead of depending on the national treasury?
Okay, the desire of the county government is to be autonomous to a certain extent. At the moment, we are doing 5% of the total budget through local revenue and 95% through support from the national government. We are looking forward to having the ratio reversed in such a way that we can address our own issues with our own revenues as we wait for the remaining portion from the national government. Now, basically, this CIDP is to spur economic growth and development in Kwale County. If that can be achieved, then the likelihood of us addressing our own issues with our own revenues is going to be there. Yeah.
Well, Fred, you have heard from Waziri Bakari Sebe. He has just said maybe, okay, we just expect the county integrated development plan will change the face of Kwale County, and all the projects that they had planned will be done within a period of 5 years. That's all I have from here from Matuga GTI. Back to you in studio, Fred.
Thank you, Nikki. Nikki Gitonga there live from Kwale County, Matuga GTI, where the residents of that county are sharing their views and opinions on Kwale County government's 5-year development plan.